All right, so once you create your account, you'll be taken to essentially a screen that says this, add your services. So for our fake example, we used a marketing agency, right? So Google will try to suggest some categories that make sense, and yours will be different depending on what you put into that box as your core service. For us, it says, telemarketing is one that they think might make sense for us. If you don't see anything that makes sense, in again, it will depend on what your business is in this area. You can put a custom service in there too. So add a custom service. It says right here, don't see a service that you offer, create your own. So you could add your own. So for us, it might be um, you know, content, or it could be, um, you know, copywriting or something along those lines, whatever it is. So if you have a plumbing service and you put as your prime category as plumber, you might want to do something like, 24-hour um, repair, or if you do plumbing plus electrical, you might want to put like electrical or whatever the case may be. I wouldn't get too crazy with this now. Put things in there that you think are absolutely relevant to your business, essentially. So we can go, and I'm sorry, you put one at a time. It's not a comma thing. So you could put something like, for us, we're a marketing agency. We could do copywriting. We could do content creation. We can do, oops, sorry about that. We could do, Google Ads, whatever it happens to be. You can basically put it in there. I believe that Google will review these and actually make sure that they're relevant and pertinent to what your business is, and nothing profound or anything like that. So essentially, they'll make sure that there's nothing wrong that goes in there. So that can get a little bit frustrating. Believe it or not, I've tried to put several things in there for other businesses, and they kind of keep kicking them out. So keep it relevant to your business, keep it at a high level, and then specifically, relevant to the audience that would be looking for your business, because those are the terms and the services that you kind of want to come up as. So once we're pretty happy with this, and again too, you can do this later in the process. You can add custom services and other services once you're actually in the profile. So we'll go forward with this one, and then the next thing will be add your business hours, right? So if you are open 24 hours a day every day, then you can pretty much go through this, click every day, and then put your hours in there. For purposes of the demonstration, and again too, here you can click 24 hours, but we'll say we open at 7 in the morning, and then we close at 6 o'clock at night. Sorry, and if you have different hours too. So this is the other thing I wanted to mention really quick. So if you go from 7 to 11:30 or 12, and then you take an hour for lunch, and the office is essentially closed, you can do that. So I will just really quickly to show you how that works. So if you do 7 a.m. in the morning, and then say you close at 12 p.m., right? So take 12 p.m. and then you come back 1 p.m., 2 p.m., whatever your hours happen to be. And then you can go till 6 o'clock at night, or whatever. And then you can do that for each day too. The other one too, I'll just keep it as 24 hours just to make it as simple and easy as possible as we go through this. But you can essentially go in here, and you can update your hours that make sense for your business. And again, too, like like I had mentioned before, with the name, the address, and the phone number, you want to make sure that these hours are 100% correct. And the reason for that is these are the hours that Google is going to essentially show your business is open or not open when people pull it up, and it comes up in search, right? So if you say that you're open, if your office closed down every day from 12 to 1 for lunch, but you say it's open on your Google My Business listing. If someone does a search for your business and they see that you're open at 12:30 in the afternoon, they might decide to stop by the office. So that's going to be inaccurate information, right? So you want to make sure that your hours are 100%. If there's someone in the office at 12 during lunch, that's fine. If someone happens to stop by, but if you're a business where customers are constantly coming in, like a restaurant or a physical store that's selling products, you want to make sure that your hours are 100% accurate. And then I would say the same thing even for a service business. If there's not going to be anyone in the office to actually take inquiries or answer phone calls, it's not going to look good for you. They're going to kind of lose trust in your business, and they probably won't call you again if they come across your business on the map listings or whatever it happens to be. So just make sure that the hours are as complete and accurate as possible. And you'll kind of get dinged by Google too, or at least that's the theory, if your hours are not accurate. So just make sure this is a simple thing to do. And then you can always go back into your Google My Business profile as well. So if your hours change, these are not set in stone. If you have special holidays, which we'll get into, holiday hours, we'll get into that later, but you can change those. You want to make sure that just like the name, the address, and the phone number for your company, that these are 100% correct and updated and stay updated over time. So we'll go through this, we'll hit save. And from here, you can put in a business description, and you can also do this later. I think for right now, we'll skip this and we'll actually do this as we go into the profile. But if you have something ready, maybe it's um, if it's something that describes your business that you have on your website, and it's kind of the boilerplate description that you use for your business, um, you can pop that in here. You could always go back and change it later. So it really depends on if you have something ready or if you just want to type in something now, just to make sure that it doesn't get left as a blank field. That's not a bad idea either. But for our purposes, maybe we'll put something quick in there. We'll say for our business, it's a local digital marketing agency for smaller businesses and startups. So we'll leave it at that for now. We'll hit next. All right, so this is the other important thing too. Again, you don't have to do this right as you're setting up the account. You'll be able to go back into your profile and add these things in there. If you have pictures readily available, so you have a folder on your files on your computer that you can just kind of pull photos into here. Definitely something if you want to do it now, again, so it doesn't get left and forgotten later. Definitely pop them in there. If you don't have those ready, I would just suggest skipping this for now and then going back into your profile later, which is exactly what I'm going to do. But if you did want to add a file, all you would essentially do is click this Add Photos, and then it would allow you to upload a file from the files of your computer. So for our purposes, we're going to skip this. All right, and then your profile is almost ready. You can continue making updates and edits to your profile at any time. Edits will be visible to customers on Google after you've been verified. So that's the other thing we'll talk about. Pretty much everything that you're doing now before you verify your business on Google My Business is it's completely null. So until you verify your business, none of these are going to show up. The business, I believe, does show up, but none of the information that you input into your profile will show up. So we'll go over that for right now. We can click continue. And this is kind of what we'll leave it for today. And this is the welcome screen to your actual profile. So this is where you're going to put all of the meat and potatoes into the profile, and we'll get started on this next video. But this is kind of the heart of where we're going to complete our process. I'm sorry, complete our profile and really optimize the profile in order to make sure that you guys show up in the map pack that is kind of the ultimate goal of this, right? So okay, so we'll talk more about this next video. For now, um, if you want to continue, we can keep doing it. If not, then it's probably a good place to quit. And if you have your login information saved, you can go back into this when you watch the next video. Okay, so talk to you soon. Bye.